Good evening, everyone. I'm Carmine Gemei. Yesterday, we congratulated the Broncos on their first preseason win. Tomorrow, slightly bigger honor, we'll congratulate the Broncos on 2 Hall of Fame inductees. That's the late owner Pat Bowlen and lockdown cornerback Champ Bailey. Bowlen was the principal owner and CEO of the Broncos from 1984 to 2014. Pat oversaw the team's 7 AFC championships and 3 Super Bowl championships. His Broncos had the same number of Super Bowl appearances as losing seasons. Champ Bailey is a 12-time Pro Bowler and 3-time All-Pro defensive back. He finished his career with 52 interceptions, including a league-leading 10 picks in 2006. Those 2 are the 6th and 7th Broncos to make the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
You know, I have, and, you know, it's surreal because now I'm going to be amongst all my idols, and I'm going to be joining that class and that team. It's going to be so overwhelming, I know it. Even if I didn't put on the jacket, just being around these guys, it's just a moment you just can't put it into words.
You can flip between that ceremony on ESPN and the K2 News tomorrow at 5 p.m. In college football, the Wyoming Cowboys had their first official practice this morning. Then they participated in Media Day along with the other 3 fall sports. That's women's soccer and volleyball, and men's and women's cross country. Some question marks for the Poke football team include the health of the offensive line, depth at linebacker, a go-to wide receiver, replacing 2 pros in the secondary, and a new starting running back. The Cowboys have possibly answered their question, though, at quarterback, naming Sean Chambers the starter after spring practices.
Nothing's really has changed. You know, my work ethic has still been the same. My drive has still been the same. So I wouldn't say nothing has changed except for a title.
I think certain positions I was really pleased with. The main position is a quarterback position. I thought Sean, some of his basic reads were better fundamentally on an even plane. The ball came out of his hand well. I thought Tyler did some good things well, and our receivers caught the ball well.
Any other type of football, the soccer team just had a historic year. They won a share of the Mountain West regular season championship for the first time ever. The Cowgirls went 12-4-4 overall and 7-2-2 in conference play. Their season ended with a 2-1 loss to New Mexico in the Mountain West semifinals. Their 12 wins last season is tied for the most in program history.
Yeah, I think I have a lot of voice on the field, helping direct people where they need to be, because as my position, I can kind of see a lot. I'm a defensive mid, so I can help forwards, midfielders out, getting in the right position. You need to have that connection on the field, being able to trust one another, and like if I'm going to play this ball, you're going to get there, just knowing that they'll be there for you.
It was also a breakthrough season for the best Wyoming team last year, men's cross country. They were nationally ranked for the first time in school history. And in their first trip to the NCAA championship since 1986, they finished 12th in the country. The team had 3 all-region honorees, including Mountain West champ Paul Roberts. Here's new head coach Scott Dahlberg on his returners.
As a group, that young crew is very coachable, very hungry, hardworking. So it's exciting, I think, as far as what the future is going to look like. And the 2 seniors are great. I think they are, really ready to take another step in their careers. And overall, I think it should match up pretty well.
The volleyball team is coming off a great year, too. They made back-to-back postseasons for the first time since 1990. It was also the volleyball team's first 20-win season in 3 years. They lost 2 big senior hitters in Emily Lewis and Reed Copeland, but they returned 2-time All-Conference star Jackie McBride.
Just feel like from top to bottom, this team really enjoys the game. They love to play it, and I think they enjoy playing it with each other. And I think when you get people who have similar goals, all of a sudden that becomes a little easier to work together. I think they can challenge each other. And in that challenge, they're not being offended by someone getting on them or saying anything, because they understand at the end of the day, we're just trying to be the best team that we can be.
And Hallie, tomorrow in the Single A Legion Baseball State Championship, it'll be Douglas against Cheyenne.
And our thoughts and prayers goes out to former Casper basketball player Deontay Strickland,
thank you,
who passed away in Portland due to gun violence. So we'll be right back after this.